8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the market update.
Welcome to another marvelous Monday.
There we go. So my name is Vinnie. We got David over here, my co-host. So we're going to just jump into the numbers really fast. If you watch our market updates, you've seen we do this on Monday and Friday at 4 o'clock. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Love to be that resource for you. As you kind of look at the numbers as a market as a whole, I think we're still sitting. We're fairly close to that 900 number that we've been hitting the last two weeks. 891. The sold number. We're just going up. More properties being sold. 614 over the last week. 589 was the high since basically March. We're selling properties. The one interesting factor is that as a whole, off-market properties still kind of sitting around like 200. The real fun time, again, if you've been watching this, you'll know that there's two different markets, and under 700,000, we've been seeing quite the jump. If you see by sold properties compared to new properties, 42, still fairly close to that 500 mark that we've been hitting fairly consistent. 390, again, fairly high from the 398. That was again one of the highs since about March timeframe, and then off market. And lastly, to kind of give you an idea, active properties, pending properties, we're still fairly close. Even like 4,600 for the active properties, 4,500 for the pending. Active properties, 3 million to 700,000, around 2,300, 1,600 for pending. The big fun is where you look at active properties to pending properties under 700,000. Currently, we have 1,900 active on the market in San Diego County with 2,900 pending. And then this little screenshot that I have underneath it, something to be aware about that's going to help you out, is coming soon, is a new feature with the multiple listing service that doesn't get syndicated out to other platforms. If the realtor decides to put it on other platforms, they can. Yet there's 111 coming soon properties that were put on the market since last January that aren't active yet. 111 in San Diego County. This is to give you an example of those properties. So if you're working with a trusted real estate agent, reach out to them, reach out to myself if you don't have someone, and we can kind of walk you through what's not currently on the market, but is coming soon.
Well, the other interesting thing, like you mentioned all that, you have that economic activity happening with the market right now. I was talking with my CPA before, we started this, which is why we're a couple minutes late, totally my fault. My CPA was telling me that he's seeing an influx of all the small businesses he works with. They're getting such a large amount of those loans from the federal government that they're anticipating that stimulus money is going to slowly start coming back out now. And what does that mean? It means more people are going to start investing back in their businesses, which is going to spur more economic activity, which is ultimately what we want because rates are so low right now. You do need the businesses to come back because we need all those workers to come back. And that money is going to spur workers to come back, which will help our market eventually.
And again, if you're just joining us, we say this every one for the last couple of weeks. Rates are drastically low, all-time lows in the low threes. You can buy it down to the high twos. If you haven't refi, taken advantage of the market, or purchased yet, something to really look into doing today, call David up. He can kind of walk you through that and tell you what you can currently qualify for. What's also changing with rates? What's changing with programs out there, David?
The prior week we were talking about the first-time homebuyer programs. Are they coming back? Well, yeah, they're coming back full swing. Are guidelines getting a little bit looser is the better word? Yes. Unfortunately, like we talked about in our market update 2 weeks ago, yes, the regulations on self-employed borrowers are still rather stiff. They're still hard. But if you are W-2'd and you have a job where you don't own your own business, you're looking at one of the best times ever to secure financing at basically interest rates that people get on cars, which is absurd. And the other thing that we're seeing a lot of uptake in right now is you're seeing a lot of cash out refinances of people going out there and going, oh, my rate used to be 4.25, and I need 50,000 to pay off debt. They're borrowing that money, and their payments still going down lower than it was prior. So you're seeing a lot of money coming into the system right now. And I mentioned that because I know we talked about before was goods being distributed, like what's delivered from Home Depot, like washer, dryer, refrigerator, large ticket items. Those things are now being bought at a higher demand than they were before. And I think that's from people pulling cash out of their house and reinvesting it back into their house, because construction is busy too.
So right now, I know last time it was maybe a couple weeks back where you talked about the FICO. Before all this kind of happened, I mean, at 580, I mean, with some lenders, 560, you could basically purchase. And then I think a couple of weeks, they kind of reduced the guidelines from the 620 to 600. Is that kind of still where we're sitting?
It's still, you can do some on what's called a manual underwrite, which means we'll manually underwrite your loan. Is it more restrictive? Yes. Does it help a lot of people out there who don't fit into that box? It does. So if you're out there and you're sitting on the fence right now and you're like, wow, I have good income, I have some savings, but my credit sucks. Well, you may be one of those lucky people that can get a manual underwrite and get a loan still through at rates that are historically, like, basically for people that only have 740 FICOs and up. Now, like today earlier, I looked at a loan for somebody with a 649 FICO. Their rate was 3.3%. That's pretty ridiculous. And their credit was not good. Like numerous late payments, numerous collections, haven't been the most on-time responsible debt payers. So there's opportunity out there all around. I mean, heart still goes out to those people who are not working all the way, especially in the restaurant business. But there's a lot of change going on right now, and it is a unique time to get into something that you possibly couldn't get into before, just like in 2008, 2010. You know, anybody that bought during that.
If you're just joining us right now, we do these market updates Monday and Friday every week at 4 o'clock. Also, I'm going to get back to the screen fast, just to give you an idea where the market's hit. People go, oh my gosh, the market's not great. Whatever might go. Properties are still selling. If you look, again, we have active properties. Oh gosh. Yeah, I always love that. I always get the tags on it. If you get active properties at 4,600, right? Pending properties at 4,500. When you talk about active properties, 3,700,000. Oh my gosh, man! Hopefully, all these updates, people are watching like, oh my goodness. So active properties 3 million, 2,300 to 1,600. Okay. When you talk about active properties under 700,000, 1,900. Okay, pending properties 2,900. 1,000 more properties pending in contract than active properties on the market under 700,000.
That's the market to be in, though. That is the market. 700K and below is the market.
I mean, that's a big piece of that chunk. If you're buying, again, I've said this multiple times, if you're buying above 700,000, it's a different market. Now, yes, every community is a little bit different. Yeah, as a whole, 700,000 is around that kind of threshold. And then if you look down here, again, coming soon properties is a new thing. It's a new thing that's brought into place. There's 111 coming soon properties that haven't gone on the market since last Monday. Here's just a kind of a snapshot of some of those properties right there. Talk to your trusted real estate source. Those properties aren't getting syndicated for the most part. They can kind of help you out, tell you what's not currently on the market. Also, too, if you're watching this on YouTube or any other platform, we do this, again, Monday and Friday. We also have a buyer seminar we're going to have probably this Saturday that we're going to talk it over, but we'll probably schedule this Saturday. Wednesday at 6 o'clock, join us or join myself. I don't know if David will be on, but we'll have a quiz show, and it's going to be enjoyable. You can win prizes, everything like that. First come, first serve. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. To give you a little sample, I'm going to end it off with little video. All right, see you guys.